This video is designed to help you start a fish farming business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a fish farming business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful fish farming business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. The first step in starting a fish farming business is selecting a good land area. This is in terms of size, soil quality, and source of water. To get this land, you can either buy it or use your land. Size. Select a land that is large enough. Take into consideration your future plans so that this will not limit you when it comes to expanding your business. Ensure that the land is large enough for your pond. Size is important as it will help you grow and expand your business in the near future. Large enough also means enough amounts of fish to farm. Soil. Select a place with high quality soil. This is because the quality of the soil directly affects the quality and the quantity of the fish that you get. In fact, we advise you to take the soil for testing to ensure that it is at least over 20% clay. Also check for the place that is relatively level. It is important to ensure that the place is not easily prone to floods. This will help in preventing dirt water from getting into the pond. The soil should also have no rocks. Water. In rearing fish, constant water supply is vital. As a matter of fact, we cannot stress how important this is. Fish rearing with an unreliable water source is not only stressing, but also causes unhealthy fish, thus low production. Find a place where there is an uninterrupted source of fresh and clean water. Find a place near a river, lake, streams, or even boreholes. We recommend that your pond should be about 0.7 meters deep so that you can have a successful farming. Pond design and construction. There is no point in constructing a pond with a poor design in an expertly selected area. The pond design is equally important. The design, however, depends on the type of the species that you want to rear. Selecting the fish species. This is the most challenging step for most of the people who want to start a fish farming business. This is because there are different types of fish and species. Therefore, before deciding on the fish farming type to start, it is important that you have all the facts about it, to enable you to choose wisely. This is because there are many factors that should be well thought out, which if not taken into consideration, would adversely affect productivity greatly. Fish farming is quite an expensive investment, and therefore the decision on which type to keep is not one that you want to make haphazardly. These are the most popular fish types for farming: tilapia, salmon, tuna, eel, catfish. Fingerlings. You can start your fish pond with some fingerlings from a reputable dealer. It is well known that male fingerlings grows fast compared to females. You are then advised to have more males so that you can get better results. Tilapia is known to breed very fast and easily. This may lead to overcrowding. We therefore advise you to keep an eye in order to avoid stunt. We recommend 5 fingerlings in the pond in every meter squared. Fingerlings normally reach maturity within 6 and 8 months. Ensure that you keep some adult fish in order to produce the fingerlings to ensure that your fish crop is well restocked. Feeding the fish. Now that you have selected and kept the right species of fish, let us see how you feed them. Just like human beings, fish need to feed well, so as to grow healthy and rapidly. This means that buying them supplements will increase their productivity. The population of the fish must, however, be limited, to ensure that they do not compete for food. Fish mostly feed on algae, manufactured fish feeds, or water insects. You can buy pellets that are either made of soy, maize, vegetable product, and rice. Providing proper care and feed for your fish will definitely make them gain weight rapidly and grow fast. You can also spur the growth of algae in the pond by simply adding some chicken droppings or fertilizer. They will grow rapidly, hence providing an additional food sources. Feeding is best at morning hours and afternoon. Make sure that you don't allow any uneaten food to remain in the fish pond for many hours. This is because it may become toxic. When purchasing the supplements, ensure it is right for the species that you rear, since there are different supplementary foods for the different species. Control diseases, parasites and predators. Let the fish pond remain clean always to prevent entry of parasites and diseases. You can seek help and guidance from aquaculture professional on the correct medication you can use when treating a sick fish. Fish harvesting. This is done using either a net, or draining away all the water volume, in cases where you are harvesting all the fish. It should be noted that different species of fish are harvested at different stages and weight. For you to get maximum food, and to provide quality fish to your customers, you should ensure that they are harvested in the right way and at the right time. The next part of the video is not specific to a fish farming business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in a fish farm business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful fish farming business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these 2 extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, How much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here's a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a fish farming business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free fish farming business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.